Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel. Smishek's Custom Baits, Rick Smishek here. This week we're running a little behind because I had I guess a version of writer's block. Creator's block maybe we'll call it, because YouTube creators. I couldn't figure out what it was that I wanted to do. What did I want to make for this time? I thought about what don't I have in my tackle box. Well, I came up empty there because if I can make it, it's there. It's in my tackle box already. Almost. With the new jigs, and I haven't done a ton of jig fishing in the past, but it's something I want to get better at. Something I want to learn how to do because it's a productive way to fish, especially for bass. Well, pretty much any kind of fish. But today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a jig that resembles a rainbow trout. The fishing hole right next, well, not really right next door, but it's a 20-minute walk just down the street from us. About a week ago, they stocked rainbow trout in there. Well, one day a couple years ago when I was fishing down there, I was fishing off the little handicap access dock thing. It's actually not very little. They made it bigger for more access for people. But some guy had caught a stalker rainbow and put it on a stringer, tied the stringer off right there at one of the posts on that place. And a largemouth bass came up and took it 3 times, tried to run off with it. Oh really? Okay, maybe a jig that resembles a smallmouth bass or a rainbow trout will catch both the smallmouth and the largemouth that are in that place. So let me show you what I was planning on using for all the materials. Okay, so these are the jigs we're going to be using today to tie on. This is an Arky style jig head, and the eye of the hook is facing the right direction so that we can put a blade on it. All right. This is the watermelon pepper. Okay, and this one turned out a little bit better than this one did. Okay. All right. Now both of them on this collar here, the collar didn't fill out completely, so I didn't preheat the mold, but I might have to preheat this one to make that happen. But we'll see. I'll do some more practice with that. So we're not going to tie on that one. We're just going to tie this one for the video. I'll probably tie the other one later. The 2 different pads we're going to use is this green pumpkin for the back for the top of the fish here. Pardon me. Which I was surprised that I didn't order any watermelon color, which in the future that's probably what I'll use, unless that works so well that I just can't bear to change it. But this is the rainbow trout pad. Okay, it has the basic colors in it. Then we're going to use this gold blade here, a small rattle collar with the 2 rattles, a number 2 split ring, dual snap, and then this here is our bait keeper. We're gonna have to have that since I'm using the rattle collar. I've already snipped it and made sure the tip wasn't sharp so it doesn't cut the thread. And then I'm gonna use this rainbow trout bloodline swim bait that I've made, and I believe I've made this made a video on this. Real quick before we get the card table set up, I don't think I've talked about this yet. I started a new playlist called Jig and Pig, and what that's going to be is we'll tie a jig, and most of the time I'll probably already have the swim bait or whatever trailer made. But sometimes I plan on sometimes doing a 2-part deal. One where I make the jig, the next one we make the pig, but this time, since I have these already made, and we've already done a video on this, I believe. If I haven't, maybe we'll do a part 2 next week. But that's how that part's going to work. It was an idea I had, and I had the idea after I made the first video where I tied the jig and then put one of my soft plastics on it. It was while I was doing the editing and whatnot that I realized that I was like, hey, you know what, this could be a whole new playlist. And so it is. Funny how that works, huh? All right, let's get that card table set up. Well, apparently I missed the button when I reached over the camera, and didn't start the video for this part of the tie. Well, I just glued it, so it's not like I can take it off now and show you guys. So that's a mistake I can't really fix here, but you'll see it plenty of times in the future, I'm sure. And if you want to know how I did it, I just wrapped a thread base first, and then I took the bait keeper wire and just wrapped the crap out of it. I started off loose, a few wraps loose, made sure it was where I wanted it to be, and then ran with that. And then as soon as I whip finish it, which you guys didn't get to witness my awkwardness on the whip finish today. So there's that. Okay, let's go ahead and get the you know, I should have put, we'll be right back. I should have put this on before I wrap that, but I think I can still do this. Okay, well, I fixed that, and it was actually, I could have just left the camera on. It just slid right over the top of that. It was almost ridiculous how easy that was. Yeah, that was a whole lot easier than I thought it was. I thought I might have to start the video all over again with that other jig head. Okay, so let's go ahead and tie on the green pumpkin. And I want this side to be just a little bit longer, so as it falls down like this, they're closer to the same length than they have been in the past. And since this is the top of my jig, okay, we're going to tie it right about here if I eyeballed that correctly. Yeah. But first thing I need to do is I need to give myself a thread base. So let's go ahead and get that started. All right, there's our thread base. Tag end's gone. Okay, now let me go ahead and put this in about here, I think. Right about there. Okay, I'm going to get a couple of loose wraps here. Yeah, and I'm pretty darn sure that I'm going to have to get another lamp, get some more lighting on this, and that is not half. See, and that's something else we can do here. If that's a good reason to show why. See, when I fold that back, that's almost perfect, okay? This is why we only go with loose wraps to start with. So we can adjust and make things look a little better. Make them look like how we want them to look. And you know, that's pretty darn close on from the side to side. I think that's pretty good there. All right, we're ready to tighten this one up. Okay, so I'm wrapping it pretty tight because I don't want the skirts to move now, or this skirt pad. I don't want it to move. Let's go ahead and do like this. We'll get this other one ready here. I guess here's about like so, I think. A little bit more over here, maybe. Yeah, that's about right, just like that. Right about here. Can we get that? Right about there. All right, now I'm going to put a couple loose, well, let's just do one loose wrap. That seemed to do the best as far as if I wanted to move it. And that's looking pretty darn close on both sides. So I'm going to tighten it up a little bit here, and my jig just moved in the vise. All right, let's do that. There we go. We're getting a bunch of junk here now, a bunch of stuff. So let's get it out of the way. All right, there we go. And those little ones actually, those little ones actually work the best. I was thinking they were not the greatest when I first got them. Just didn't have enough practice with them, I guess. Okay, let's see here. Do a little massage in here, try to get this. Check the other side. That side looks really good. And now this side looks really good. All right, so let's go ahead and finish tying this, wrapping this up here. Get some glue in there too. And you guys will get to see my awkward whip finish. Here we go. Get some more line there. Oops. I think I messed that one up. I sure did. Okay, so I was able to fix that. I used this little tool to pick it. Yeah, it was ugly. Okay. Oops, there we go. I had this strand there caught. I don't think I did that quite right, but it worked. I got it tied off, and I will definitely practice that again because my whip finish was really bad this time. And snip that and put some glue on it, and it should be done. Cut these pads real quick. And there's the tied jig. I'll go ahead and put the hardware on it and the rattles and the trailer, and we'll show you what we got there. All right, so I got all the hardware on, that last one I did like this, the last bladed jig wasn't right, because the blade wasn't hanging on here the right way, but this one is. So I got the right mold. Yay. It's one of those things that you don't know that you don't know. I've got our soft plastic on there. I like how the jig, the strands of the jig tail aren't exactly perfect. I'm not trying. My first one that I tied, I thought, yeah, I want to do that. I want to get all the strands all nice and straight. And you could still, with this, you could just trim the ones that are too long, that you think are too long. But I like it that way because there are no straight lines in nature. Okay, there aren't. And this, when they come from the factory, they pretty much are a straight line back there. They just only go back so far. So I kind of like this a little bit better. We'll see how well it fishes. We'll see how well that idea comes out. Okay. There you go. You see the, I don't know if you see the rattles in here, laying out along the belly. Okay. And the beauty of those rattles is if it's too much noise, take them out. You know. You could even put larger rattle bodies in, or the actual rattle bodies themselves. The larger ones fit in that color as well. So yeah, I think that's a pretty nifty creation. I can't wait to get over to Quincy and throw it at the bass and see how well they like it. I'm thinking some of them are. So that said, folks, if you have ideas, what you'd like to see, please put them down below. Multiple people can attest to the fact that I take suggestions and run with them. I try to keep lists of the suggestions and keep them updated, cross them off when I've done them. But that doesn't mean I don't miss people sometimes. But I'm working diligently to make sure that doesn't happen. The list, for one. Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun to fish. It's really, really cool catching fish on stuff you made, you know, and it's really, really cool when other people catch fish on the stuff you made. It's kind of a validation source, I guess. So, but yeah, but until next time, folks. If you like what you saw, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and share. Share with everybody. Our parents, our moms especially, taught us to share. Well, if you're my age, it was mom that was at home raising you. Sharing is how we help each other out. That's one way we can help each other out. And I think that's why we're here, is to help each other. So until next time, folks, tight lines, calm waters, and go.